The woman accidentally cut her finger. Looking down, she was horrified to discover her hair was burrowing into the wound, frantically sucking her blood. Her finger quickly shriveled up. When eating, her hair fell into the bowl and instantly absorbed all the sauce. The woman suspected something was wrong with her newly transplanted hair. It turned out Bomai's scalp was burned as a child, leaving several bald patches. She could never grow long hair again, and could only use curls to hide the bald spots. As an adult, Bomai constantly suffered because of her hair. Co-workers mocked her ugly hairstyle. Her boyfriend left her in disgust. To change her situation, Bomai spent all her savings on a hair transplant. She walked into a hair salon, filled with displays of real human hair. The hairdresser guaranteed everyone who got transplants here would become irresistible. Bomai was instantly sold, and eagerly began the procedure. She didn't expect the transplant process to be so painful. The hairdresser first braided her hair to expose the scalp, then used needle and thread to sew the fake hair onto Bomai's scalp. Bomai suffered terribly, and soon passed out from the pain. When she opened her eyes, she was stunned by her appearance. All the pain had been worth it. The hairdresser warned her, the hair couldn't get wet. If it got wet, it would all fall out. For cleaning, she should use essential oils. Bomai went to work confidently, instantly attracting everyone's attention. She basked in the joy of being beautiful. But danger was approaching. That night, when Bomai returned home, her landlord tried to assault her. Before, he'd ignored her because she was ugly. Now he wanted to force himself on Bomai. With no choice, she grabbed a knife and stabbed the landlord's shoulder. The hair smelled the blood. Under the hair's control, Bomai's consciousness began to blur. When she came to, she saw her hair feeding through the landlord's wound. Then the hair tossed the corpse out the window. The next day, police removed the body, but couldn't determine the cause of death. Having tasted human blood, Bomai's hair became uncontrollable. The demon hair wrapped around her ex-boyfriend Teddy's arms, like two snakes. While Teddy was off guard, Bomai stabbed him with a broken wine glass. Then the hair burrowed into his body, draining Teddy into a dried corpse. When Bomai regained consciousness and saw she'd hurt someone again, she fled in terror. She didn't dare contact anyone, and could only hide at her company. But she found many co-workers dead in the office. Co-worker Becca sat eerily by the window. Turns out Becca's hair was also transplanted at that salon. She too had become a murderer under the magic hair's control. Becca picked up scissors to destroy her own hair. But then Becca stood in the darkness. Her hair began growing wildly, spreading throughout the entire office building, and relentlessly pursuing Bomai. Bomai was cornered into a room, where she saw a horrifying sight. The room was full of bodies drained by demon hair. Terrified, she turned and ran. Bomai hid in a sealed recording studio. Through the window she could see Becca and all the dead people were controlled by demon hair.